Airline baggage fees are frustrating enough when it comes to checked luggage, but fees for carry-on bags that don't meet the ever-changing regulations can be a whole new headache. Many travelers are now opting to avoid the risk of lost luggage by going ultralight and traveling with carry-on bags only. However, this shift has led to new issues, such as airlines enforcing stricter policies to ensure there's enough space in the overhead bins. In this guide, I'll share with you how to play by the rules, dodge those pesky overweight carry-on fees, and, at the end, a super sneaky hack to avoid oversized and overweight luggage charges entirely. Why carry-on baggage policies are changing. With airlines losing checked baggage more frequently, people are naturally avoiding checked luggage and traveling with carry-ons only. But this has led to the problem of insufficient overhead bin space on many flights. To manage this, airlines have been tightening their carry-on baggage policies, enforcing stricter weight and size limits. This leads to travelers often getting caught off guard by unexpected fees. The following hacks will help you avoid paying carry-on baggage fees while still playing by the rules, and even finding ways to creatively lighten your load. Know when your carry-on might be weighed. There are 3 key scenarios where your carry-on bag could be weighed, and if it's over the airline's limit, you may be charged or forced to check it. 1. At the check-in desk. This is the most common place where bags get weighed. 2. Before security. Some airports now have staff positioned before security to weigh carry-ons. And 3. At the gate. If all else fails, your bag might be weighed here right before boarding. Knowing where and when your bag might be checked is crucial in preparing for how to avoid fees. Avoiding bag weigh-ins at the check-in desk. The first scenario where your bag might be weighed is the check-in counter. But this is actually one of the easiest to avoid. Here's how. Travel with carry-on only. If you only have a carry-on bag and no checked luggage, you can often bypass the check-in counter entirely, especially if you've already checked in online. This reduces your chances of having your bag weighed. Use self-check-in kiosks. Most airports now offer self-service check-in kiosks, where you can print your boarding pass without interacting with staff who might weigh your bag, but beware. Some airports have staff stationed near the kiosks to weigh bags, especially as more travelers try to bypass the scales at the check-in desk. If this happens, they may ask you to put your bag on the scale. To avoid this, follow the strategies below. Tips for navigating carry-on weighing before security. Some airports have started to weigh carry-ons before you even get to security. You might think that if you print your boarding pass at home or use the self-check-in kiosk, you're in the clear, but not necessarily. Last year, when I was departing for a long trip, I was surprised when an airline staff member asked to weigh my bag before I even reached security. While I was lucky enough to avoid a fee because the employee didn't care much for the rule, it's not always guaranteed. So here's what you can do. 1. Know the airline's carry-on baggage rules. Every airline has different rules for carry-on luggage, so always check the weight and dimension limits before you pack. Stricter airlines include Air Canada, American Airlines, British Airways, Delta, United, Lufthansa, and Qantas. Budget airlines are often even more stringent. 2. Plan your packing. If your carry-on is just slightly over the limit, it's less likely to be flagged. But always err on the side of caution and try to pack within the allowed limits. If your goal is to avoid interacting with airline staff who might weigh your bag, you'll want to streamline your airport experience. Check in online. This is one of the simplest ways to avoid the check-in counter entirely. With your boarding pass on your phone, you can breeze through the airport straight to security. Carry only a personal item. Security staff won't weigh your personal item, so use this to your advantage. If you can fit your essential items into a personal bag that fits under the seat, you may be able to skip the carry-on fees altogether. Use a backpack as your personal item. Many people bring small purses or laptop bags as their personal item, but you're allowed to maximize this space. Check the airline's personal item dimensions and bring a large tote or backpack. This way, you can fill it with heavier items from your carry-on. Personal items are rarely weighed, so take advantage of this rule. So you've made it through check-in and security, but now you're worried about getting caught at the gate with an overweight bag. What can you do if your carry-on is weighed and exceeds the limit? Here are some strategies to lighten your load. 1. Rearrange your items. Take out some heavy items from your carry-on and put them into your personal item. Make sure your personal item isn't too small so you have space to shuffle items around if needed. 2. Wear your heavy items. If your bag is overweight, put on your heaviest clothes: jackets, sweaters, even shoes. Most airlines don't weigh what you wear on your body, so this can help lighten your carry-on significantly. 3. Use a hip pack or fanny pack. Fanny packs or hip packs are considered personal apparel rather than a bag. Use one to store small but heavy items like electronics or chargers. This can take some weight off your carry-on and help you stay within the limit. 4. Redistribute weight between bags. If you're traveling with someone else whose luggage is under the weight limit, see if you can shift some items into their bags to balance the weight. The pillowcase hack. The ultimate trick for extra space. Here's a final hack that I've never tried myself but have heard works wonders. Bring a pillowcase. Airlines don't consider pillows as part of your luggage allowance, so you can fill a pillowcase with clothes or other items from your carry-on. This can not only help you save weight, but also free up space in your carry-on for other items. And the best part? You can still use the pillowcase as a pillow during your flight. Maximize your personal item to avoid fees. When it comes to avoiding baggage fees, maximizing the use of your personal item is key. Most airlines allow a personal item that fits under the seat in front of you. Instead of using a small bag, opt for a larger one that fits the airline's personal item size limits. You can fill this with your heaviest items to reduce the weight of your carry-on. For example, if you have a heavy laptop, charger, or other electronics, put them in your personal item. These won't get weighed, and you'll avoid having to pay fees for an overweight carry-on. Wear your heaviest clothes. One of the easiest ways to reduce the weight of your carry-on is to wear your heaviest clothes. Jackets, sweaters, and even shoes can add significant weight to your bag, so wear them instead of packing them. You can always take them off and store them in your personal item or overhead bin once you're on the plane. Additionally, consider wearing pants with large pockets or bringing a jacket with multiple pockets. You can fill these with small, heavy items like electronics or toiletries. This way, you're reducing the weight in your bag while still bringing everything you need. Use a fanny pack or hip pack. Fanny packs are considered personal apparel, not luggage, so you can use one to store small but heavy items. This can help lighten your carry-on and allow you to fit within the airline's weight limit. Plus, a fanny pack is a convenient way to keep important items like your phone, passport, and wallet easily accessible during your trip. When using a fanny pack, make sure to wear it around your waist rather than as a sling, as some airline staff might try to classify it as a purse. Share the load with travel companions. If you're traveling with a partner or friend and their luggage is under the weight limit, consider redistributing your items between bags. You can move heavier items from your carry-on to their bag, helping you avoid overweight fees. Just make sure their bag doesn't exceed the limit once you've redistributed the weight. Final thoughts. Travel smart and avoid baggage fees. By following these tips and tricks, you can avoid paying those pesky carry-on baggage fees while still traveling comfortably. Whether you're maximizing your personal item, wearing your heaviest clothes, or using creative hacks like the pillowcase trick, you can outsmart the airlines and save money on your next trip. If you have any additional strategies for avoiding carry-on baggage fees or have tried any of the hacks mentioned in this guide, share your experiences in the comments. Let's all help each other travel smarter and in style. Happy travels!